Once upon a time, I was a liberal.
My name is Libby, and I am a Reformed Democrat.
What's up, Walk Away Movement? My name is Devin Cates.
My name is Lucia Nicolosi.
Hi, so I'm making this video for the Walk Away campaign.
Hi everybody, my name is Bree.
My name is Jeremy.
Ricky Robertson.
Wendy.
Terry.
Mindy.
Billy.
Therese. Leslie Soul.
Anne Marie.
I'm Anthony, and this is my Walk Away.
Walk away.
Walk away. Walked away.
Walk away.
I am so thankful for this hashtag walk away.
I may never, ever return back to the Democratic Party.
In reality, there's no substance behind it. That's why I decided to walk away.
I find them to be extremely phony.
I walked away because I'm smart. That's why I walked away.
I'm so grateful that I woke up.
My walk away moment began when I was raped in a liberal safe space.
I used to be a liberal. I voted for Obama back in 2008.
And this is the honest God truth. I voted for Barack Obama, his second term.
Obama, oh yeah, so exciting.
But his policies were hidden corruption.
My husband and I have always been Democrats. I've always voted Democrat, straight down the ticket.
I consider myself a person of the left.
I was born and raised in the Democratic Party.
Raised in a Democrat family.
Staunch Democrat.
Born into a Democrat family.
I have always been a liberal, very liberal.
Parents were Democrats.
I was once a Democrat, ignorant.
Grandparents Democrats.
I was a very liberal, free-spirited, hippie person.
All my life I voted Democrat.
Far left.
I self-admittedly used to be a sheep because I would believe fake news, and I believed things that were not true because I was brainwashed.
Born and raised into a very democratic family.
A very liberal area.
I always thought the liberal side of the argument was the correct side. A side for justice and goodwill and caring about people.
It's not true.
Supported Democratic candidates. Had dinners for Democratic candidates.
Came from a family that always voted Democrat because it was supposed to be the right thing to do. Don't know where that idea came from.
It's not true.
Everybody was blue. There wasn't a red person among us.
We were brought up with the understanding that, and I guess it's like a very old-time lie that the DNC has been running for decades, is that the Democrats are for the working man and the poor, and the Republicans are for the rich, the wealthy. We can't vote in Republicans. Never vote in a Republican.
Had no idea where that actually came from.
A party that promised they cared about us and didn't give us anything.
And I tended to see the conservative side as being kind of overzealous, religious, not caring much about people and kind of focusing on money.
It's not true.
Admittedly, I don't think that I have been as informed.
I didn't really know any better.
I didn't really get it, and I was just following the crowd.
I was raised Democrat. You just vote Democrat. You know, if you vote, go vote Democrat.
Always vote Democrat. Straight ballot. Always do it. Straight ticket. Just mark that one box and you're done.
We listen to what we're told. People don't do research anymore. People don't actually look this up.
I haven't really been into politics.
I was once a Democrat.
Liberal Democrat.
Democrat.
Liberal.
Democrat.
Liberal.
The liberal.
Democrat.
After a lifelong experience of being liberal, I realized that it hasn't helped.
I started to notice a lot of people who were extremely intolerant, but they said they were the most tolerant people around.
I got more and more interested in politics here. I started reading more. I saw the Democrat Liberal Party as not telling the truth.
I'd go research, I'd go watch back, and sure enough, it was completely wrong.
You know, reading history, like I said, helps to know where we came from, you know, what we fought for.
Very arrogantly, as if the voters were too dumb to know.
What the Democratic Party had to offer was not anything that could sustain America.
From immigration to everything, they are just a disaster. anti-common sense.
The left's whole argument for the past 2 years has been based on no facts at all. It's just, this is what we say.
Once I started educating myself, realized that
the Democratic Party is especially good at identity politics in putting us into separate groups, putting us in a little box with a label where they can control us.
Everything you do, they try and put a label on you.
Divide, separate, conquer.
I'm starting to see it now that the Republican Party is geared more towards my own personal beliefs.
Where things have really fallen apart is in the Democratic Party.
Things have gotten so out of hand here, so bureaucratic, that nothing can be done. No progress can be made.
We've had Democrats in control of our state for my entire life almost, and nothing has gotten better.
And I don't think that people are really opening their eyes and seeing that.
Making stupid decisions that generations down the road will have to pay for, like the Democrats want.
Pro-free speech, which is actually a conservative thing.
I thought I knew things.
I knew it was time to walk away.
And I realized it during the campaign when I actually started paying attention.
I got more educated about the lies that the left was saying. I got more and more confused.
There's words twisted. It was just mind-blowing.
Much of which is media propaganda.
These people bring no evidence, nothing to bear other than, well, this is what I said.
They try to create a system where people are permanently poor.
But they don't take practical action with realistic solutions to help those people.
I started realizing that the liberals are actually not standing behind my values.
Keep making them feel like that they're victims of a false narrative.
It makes me really sad, actually. Because if you're always thinking you're a victim, then there's nothing you can do. And you're telling people of color and gay people that they're victims. You know, saying right out of the gate, you have no shot.
The Democrats in this state seem to support each other no matter what corrupt, evil things they do, no matter how badly they act.
That's really the problem with the Democratic Party. They reward failure with more and more influence and money.
They trigger hate towards police.
They're anti-American, anti-common sense, rational, anything good. They're against it.
I do not like anything that has happened from the Democrat Party.
And then Hillary Clinton tried to manipulate my children.
All I can do is educate myself on issues and try to look at both sides.
And then the news media started spreading all this stuff that was never actually said.
Something has to change, and I really think Trump is that change.
Everyone tries to make it seem like he's racist, homophobic, bigot, and he's really not.
I'm Hispanic, but I support Trump.
If anybody with a brain does any background check, they'll see that President Trump donated a lot of money to AIDS charity, and he helped us in many ways. And that's something that they're not telling in the community.
Every news station was bashing him, like blowing him up, tearing him down.
I didn't know much about it, and I just kind of thought, he's crazy.
Then I started really paying attention.
The left would have people think that Trump supporters hate brown people.
Look up what Hillary said. Look up when Trump gave us $8 million.
And so it just got worse and worse, and it made me want to research more, and it made me want to check out things 100% and make sure I knew what I was talking about, because I started thinking maybe I'm crazy.
They're creating false narratives so they can protect you from something false, and you don't even know it.
Didn't even know it.
Just was going farther and farther away from the truth.
Our viewpoints are being skewed, not because of facts.
And then I started to realize that my views weren't really lining up with the party I was told I had to, that we have to vote for, because I was a working man. I was not wealthy. I had to vote for the DNC.
I would check everything myself, and boy, did it completely change my world. Boy, did it completely change my world.
While I was slowly losing my liberal faith,
And I realized I was part of the sheep before, and I was getting out.
That's when I started to become, so to speak, a conservative.
You have a party that stole a primary.
And the second I started questioning things and maybe thinking that Donald Trump was not that bad, and I posted that thought online, the second I did that, everybody came at me.
This has been a rather traumatic journey.
I lost my job.
You're being called a racist because you don't want open borders and anarchy.
I just put something out there and I'm immediately told to F off. that I should die, that my family should die because of the way I think.
People on the left are very hostile and very quick to call you every horrible name in the book.
Life-altering.
This has been very humbling.
Friends called my husband the N-word, and that devastated me.
It's hurtful.
And there's just hateful attacks and shaming.
My Facebook feed is like full of these lies, and yeah, it's disgusting.
Facebook feed is just cancer.
It does get hard.
I was completely part of that echo chamber, sharing just stupid articles and, thinking America was the worst country in the world.
Being called racist or bigots.
Enough is enough. We're not going to be divided racially anymore.
They attack with hate and malice and spite and disturbing comments.
Hateful, homophobic, racist, misogynist.
Racist, homophobic, bigot.
Racist, bigots, low IQ voters.
They're racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it.
I'm not a racist. I'm not a bigot. I'm not a homophobe. I have no problem with anybody.
I was not any of the names that I was being called, that I had never been called any other time in my life until it was found I support Donald Trump.
I'm tired of being labeled and putting in a box.
The hate and vitriol and the stupid name calling, the friends and family that I've lost.
And I've lost a lot of friends by saying what I've said to you.
They've also left me behind.
People I had known all my life.
Losing friends, losing family members.
They either unfriended me or they unfollowed me.
Stop talking to me, delete me on social media.
I'd go to the polls and people would give me dirty looks and tell me my name wasn't on the list, even though I knew it was on the list.
Treating conservatives like second-class citizens.
They're so divisive. Just because someone has a difference of opinion, that person is the devil. That person is just the worst person on the face of the planet.
And when you just assign evil, bad to somebody just because of an opinion, you'll never listen to what they have to say.
They are bound and determined to just try and destroy me.
I cannot support anyone who is so radical that they can't even discuss a viewpoint.
Don't like the hate and the vitriol that's coming from leaders and members of the Democratic Party.
The left right now, the progressive left, is unimaginable what's happening.
The leftists want us to believe that everything that's conservative is racism, but I'm a testament against that.
I don't think that the left is the party of love and acceptance.
They want you to hate what you're told to hate and vote how you're told to vote and do what you're told to do.
I won't be judging anybody for that anymore.
And now you see these Antifa people that are part of the extreme left, and they're going to any rallies that they can to fight.
And the protesting and the hate and the division and the racism.
And it's just gotten worse every day, every minute, every second. The left gets so much worse.
The complete hysteria, like the world was ending, coming from the left.
Anything that was Republican based was met with protest, and not with just speech protest. It was met with violent protest. You had people getting bricks thrown at them, sticks, baseball bats.
I was disgusted by it. I'm like, I thought we were supposed to be tolerant and loving. And that's not what I was seeing at all.
Destroying cars.
And run in the streets and, throw things through windows. That's not America.
We are Americans.
You have one of the frickin' DHS employees for the government had a headless burnt animal on their porch.
Crazy.
It was unbelievable.
Pro-conservative rally, and it was attacked by Antifa.
I do not agree with violence or any of these crazy tactics that the left.
People are sharing their stories, like mine, about the Democrat Party, about how evil, vicious they are.
Seeing here all those crazy liberals on the side of the road protesting and putting those hate signs up.
That has been the biggest catalyst for my walk away.
As an avid studier of history, that socialism and communism run hand in hand.
True.
And so I started researching and realizing that a lot of the things I thought and a lot of things I believed were Marxist. Straight up Karl Marx.
Demonize the other group. This is what Hitler did with the Jews, and this is what the liberals are doing today. They're trying to dehumanize conservatives.
Started really reading history, and I'm embarrassed to say, supporting a socialist and not even knowing what that meant.
It is unbelievable what's happening in this country. Venezuela is fighting to get away from socialism, while the liberal Americans are fighting for socialism in their own country. They have no idea what they're fighting for. They're brainwashed.
They don't even know the history.
You can't speak your mind anymore in this country because of the left. They stomp on freedom of speech. It's the very definition of fascist, yet they're calling us fascists and Nazis.
I won't be voting for a party that calls everybody racists and Nazis.
I'm afraid to voice any opinions that are against or at least not aligned with mainstream Democrats.
It's just bad. I can't even, I have to hold my tongue everywhere about what I believe in fear of my safety.
And I'm not brave enough to say it to my liberal friends.
You can't say this, you can't say that.
Your freedom was pretty much gone and subject to their control.
The activist left doesn't give a shit about your calls for civility. Get ready for a summer of rage. Summer of rage. This is where the party is going.
Their agenda now has gotten so radical that I can't even support the Democratic Party at all.
It got to the point where I just couldn't even recognize my own party.
It's not American to be against each other.
Was going against my conscience.
See these people for what they really are. They are totally for the fall of America.
Barack Obama has really destroyed the country.
That was a reason why I walked away. You have the utmost of ignorance, immaturity, and childish behavior going on within your party, and it's at the upper echelons of your leadership.
I could not believe the left and how incredibly poorly they behaved throughout that entire election cycle, and it continues today.
I swear to God, I want to throw my shoe through the TV.
They don't want us to be rational. They want everything to be an emotional trigger response. An emotional trigger response.
True.
Know your enemy. And unfortunately, these days, our enemy is the Democratic Party. They're the enemy of everyone. Gay, straight, black, white, everybody.
It's all a sham.
It is unbelievable what has happened and how sadly brainwashed people are. How sadly brainwashed people are. There's no other way to put it.
Democratic Party is more of a cancer and more of a manipulative force than they are doing good.
I will never, ever vote Democrat again.
My eyes are opened to just how fair-weathered the people in my life really are. And that's a sad, sad moment.
Crazy beliefs that they have.
You should tell people the truth and not manipulate them.
Being manipulated.
And just realize what I was spewing out.
And realize I'm never going back. Never. I will never go back.
Closed-minded community.
I believed I'm liberal and they stood for my values.
I'm sorry, but I hit them with facts. They don't like the facts, so they don't listen to the facts. They just go with their narrative and what the media is telling us.
Instead of proposing, economic ideas that'll help their, the poorer among us, they keep trying to make poverty a permanent class.
It's kind of sad that the left will just not even care.
They don't want us to be free. They don't want us to think for ourselves. They don't want us to do research. They want us to listen to what they say and do what they tell us to do. That's it. That's all they care about.
I realized I can never go back to voting Democrat. After the things I've seen and the way they treat people, the way they attack people.
My world has been flipped upside down.
Another thing I realize is conservatives aren't evil. They just have a different way of looking at things.
The Conservative Party is not what you think it is.
I don't know what's going on, but it has to stop. Please walk away, walk away. Just open your eyes. Do research. Don't just believe what you see on Facebook, because they're part of the shit too.
Typing on a keyboard and being nasty to people is not going to help anybody.
I do not feel part of the Democratic Party any longer.
You are welcome to come over. We have truth on this side.
Even though speaking out for conservative values is controversial, it's the right thing to do. it's the right thing to do.
I'm finding out that the Republican Party is more along the lines of what most of the people that I know, most of the people that I grew up around, they have the ideology of.
The Republican Party is the more fair, honest, accepting party. More fair,
true,
honest,
true,
accepting,
true
party.
For me, has been a great source of healing.
And so I appreciate the support.
I am free thought. I love everyone.
I really made the right decision. And, you know, I lost some people. I did. I lost some people. And it's okay.
You guys have to do your research and not listen to mainstream media.
This group gives me hope.
It makes me feel so much better. And this movement is huge.
We have the more intelligent ideas, but it's not always emotionally appealing on the surface, and that's why it's so hard to speak about these things.
And I am glad that I've sort of seen the light.
And I'm really happy that I walked away. And more people should too, all right?
You wake up to what's really going on, it's going to be like a weight is lifted off your shoulders.
I love the way the country has been turning around in this past year.
The right has been a welcoming and tolerant place for me.
I'm so grateful for this movement.
It's amazing over here.
And I love this movement. I hope it grows.
It is so refreshing.
We are waiting for you.
We're all waking up, and we're finally walking away.
I want our voices to be magnified so that people know it's not a taboo to support conservative values.
Join hands.
No matter who you are, what you are, where you come from.
And together, we walk away.
Walk away.
Walked away.
Walk away.
I'm saying you should run the hell away.
Ecstatic to have more liberals and Democrats wake up to the bullshit that they've been feeding us.
I hope that the American people look at what they're voting for. Look at what they're voting for.
God bless you all, and God bless America.
God bless this group.
So you guys have a good night.
You guys are waking up, and God bless you, and I hope you bring more people to the truth.
I love you all. Have a great day. And let's make America great again, baby.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Peace.
Walk away.